February 2020, the coronavirus turns into a global pandemic. What followed next? Stock markets plunged by levels not seen since the 2008 crash. And before that, I want to draw your attention to historical but unpredictable events that had a common thread. See if you can identify what this common thread is. We had a series of pandemics: Zika, swine flu, SARS, Ebola. We had a series of unprecedented stock market crashes. Black Monday in 1987, the dot-com bubble burst in 2001, the subprime crisis in 2008. We had unprecedented wars and terrorist attacks. World War I. Nuclear bombs. The Vietnam War. 9/11 attacks. ISIS. We had unpredictable events that occur in nature. Earthquakes, the weather, wildfires, floods. That same common thread that these events exhibit is also present in what we call fractals. Fractals are geometric shapes that exhibit patterns of self-similarity. For example, the spiral shapes of hurricanes and tornadoes, lightning, and landscapes, trees, plants, all exhibit fractal behavior. What's interesting is that fractals are not only in nature all around us, they're also inside of us. Our blood vessels, our lungs, our DNA, all exhibit fractal behavior. Fractal behavior is also exhibited in viruses and diseases. Cancer cells and even the coronavirus exhibits fractal behavior. So we've come a full circle and are cycling back in a loop like fractal. What do such events have in common? They share something. That something is called power law distributions, also referred to as the unknown unknown.
But there are also unknown unknowns, the ones we don't know.
Notice how such events are happening only more frequently. That's because our world is growing in complexity. Gone are the days where every day is normal or average. Welcome to a world of extremes, nonlinearity, and feedback loops. This is a world where power law distributions rule. Throughout history, governments, organizations, corporations, and humankind have tried to control such events, but doing so only made things worse. The consequence of human interference has led to an ever-growing devastation. Power laws can be obliterating. That said, power laws can also have a positive impact. Take the example of the fallout of the Soviet Union. In fact, power laws can be leveraged to gain a competitive advantage. For example, just like nonlinearity can result in destructive feedback loops, it can also result in constructive and positive feedback loops. While you cannot predict them, control them, tame them, or influence them. You can, however, leverage power laws to gain a competitive advantage for organizations, businesses, and communities. Applied convexly, the positive effect of power laws distribution can lead your organization to never worry about competition or disruptive events ever again. But a word of caution. In our world, we're increasingly winner takes all, and losers have a lot more to lose than ever before. Do not try to go it alone. So the good news is, you too can learn to take advantage of power laws and fractals. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or an organization leader, if you control an entity of sorts, you can leverage the scale-free features of power laws and fractals to achieve a high-performance organization in the entity you control. To learn how, make sure to register for this free training web class.